TMC MP Mahua Moitra, who is currently at the center of the cash for queries bribe scandal, has a few questions to answer herself. Moitra is accused of taking bribes in cash and in kind in the form of high-end luxury items for putting across questions in the Lok Sabha targeting Indian businessman Gautam Adani. It is alleged she did so on behalf of Adani's business rival Darshan Hiranandani. Things took a turn last night when Hiranandani turned state approver and confirmed that he had access to Moitra's Lok Sabha login credentials and that she took luxury gifts for asking questions targeting Adani. In a signed affidavit submitted by Hiranandani, he mentioned that Mahua was ambitious and she was advised by her friends and advisors that the shortest possible way to fame was to attack PM Modi. And she figured that this would be the easiest by attacking businessman Gautam Adani. Adani, an Ahmedabad-based businessman, has been also under attack by Congress and Rahul Gandhi over allegations of being close to Modi. It was easier because both are Gujaratis as well as contemporaries. Hiranandani said that Moitra gave him her login credentials so he could post questions attacking PM Modi on her behalf. He also said that some journalists like Sucheta Dalal and politicians such as Rahul Gandhi as well as foreign media houses like New York Times fed her information so that she could use Adani as a pawn to tarnish the image of PM Modi. Amid all the allegations, there was a few questions Mahua Moitra must answer. After all, she is a public representative and as an Indian citizen, one has the right to ask her questions. First, Darshan Hiranandani has issued the affidavit meant for Parliament's Ethics Committee. Mahua Moitra issues a press release on white paper to question why Darshan Hiranandani issued an affidavit on white paper. Mahua Moitra states in her press release that content of the affidavit are a joke and hence it has been drafted by someone in PMO. What does she want to say? People in PMO drafts jokes? What kind of logic is this? As a member of the parliament, one would expect her to respect the office of the Prime Minister, even if she vehemently disagrees with the person who is currently holding the post. The kind of obnoxious language she has used against the PMO reflects more on her than the office she is targeting. Second, she further states that Hiranandani affidavit sings paeans to Adani and Prime Minister. In contrast, Hiranandani's affidavit actually is quite appreciative of Mahua Moitra more than anybody else. Hiranandani at more than one places states how bright Mahua Moitra is and how she understands policy, finance and economy better than many in opposition ranks. That she was and is ambitious and knew how to further her personal career. Hiranandani's letter hails her more than PM Modi itself. Third, she questions in a press statement that why would Darshan Hiranandani be fearful of her? This is something Darshan Hiranandani has already mentioned in his affidavit. He stated that he was a close friend of Mahua Moitra since 2017. He has clearly stated how she dominated him. It is not yet clear how close she was with him and how much hold she had on him emotionally. In which case, to dismiss a man's apprehensions that he is fearful of a woman only because he is financially and politically powerful is unfair. Fourth, Mahua Moitra hasn't denied any of Jay Anant Dehadrai's allegations. In fact, in response to the allegation that she gave her Lok Sabha login credentials to Hiranandani, all she has said is that an inquiry should be conducted for all other MPs too on who else has logged in from their accounts. Further, Hiranandani has himself accepted that he logged in using her credentials to pose questions to the respective ministry. So it can be safe to say that Mahua did share her login credentials with Hiranandani, who used them to ask questions attacking Adani, his business rival, so Mahua can attack the PM. Fifth, she states that Hiranandani did this because they are in the real estate business and had they not done this, their business would face problems as they need licenses. That Hiranandani has been in real estate for decades is known to all including Hiranandanis. They knew that they needed licenses to operate even when they used her login credentials or they used her to work against the government. Hiranandani needing a license is no reason for him to attack his business rival via an MP. Truth is, Hiranandani turned an approval only because he realized that he has been caught red-handed. Sixth, Further, it is not about giving bribes for some petty license. It is about conspiring to invade policy matters of one of the most important nations of the world. Hiranandani knew that he was not trying to influence the working, governance or policies of some East African nation. What he did was against the interest of India, the largest democracy of the world. What Mahua Moitra did was to influence the interest of 140 crore Indians. Seventh, she asked, why hasn't Darshan Hiranandani done a press conference? Why is he issuing statements through back channels? Question is, why hasn't Mahua Moitra done a press conference? After all, Hiranandani is a businessman and is not as answerable to the public at large as an MP like Mahua would be. Eighth, she asks, why did Jay Anant Dehadrai send a copy of his letter to CBI to only BJP MP Nishikant Dubey and not any of the other 543 MPs? She asks her own questions when she states that she had a personal animosity with Dubey. One doesn't need to be a rocket scientist to figure out why Jay Anant Dehadrai does it. And at this point, how does it matter who he shares with? The focus should be on the content of the letter and not who received the copy of it. Ninth, she alleges that Darshan Hiranandani's affidavit was drafted in PMO and that PMO held the proverbial gun to Darshan and his father's head to get the affidavit signed. But she does not deny having taken the luxury items. Hiranandani said he had given her to stay in close proximity to her, as she was also close with other politicians. To attack the PMO when her own misdeeds as an MP are brought out in the open speaks more about her own morality than the PMO's dignity. So, Mahua Moitra, it is time you get off your high horses and answer the people of India. Thank you for watching. If you liked the content, do like, share and subscribe to our channel, The Pamphlet.